Ghana needs to learn from Nigeria. It is clear that the Nigerian Football Federation knows what they want when they appoint a coach for their senior team. For Ghana, we don't know what we want, so we are always failing at it. Yesterday, the Nigerian Football Federation announced the appointment of the new coach of the Super Eagles, but then his job comes with a twist, and I want to talk about it. I mean, this particular twist, this particular strategy, the Ghana Football Association should be calling the Nigerian Football Federation and asking them, how are you doing it? What is your plan? Because we need to learn from Nigeria. My name is Adam. I'm a Ghanaian. I want to give my honest opinion concerning the appointment and also the strategy Nigeria wants to use to help the Super Eagles qualify to the World Cup 2026. So please make sure to like, subscribe, and also turn on notification. Quickly, let's jump into it. Now, yesterday, the NFF announced the appointment of sekou Chelle as the new coach of the Super Eagles. Now, I don't know how Nigerians are feeling about this, but then in my own opinion, I feel like he's a decent coach. Now, he becomes the third appointed coach after the departure of Joseph Peseiro in March 2024. Now, Joseph Peseiro did a very good job with the Nigerian Super Eagles team when we went to the AFCON 2023. I mean, they reached the finals. But then after the tournament, Joseph Peseiro left the job. And then Finidi George took over. But Finidi George did a bad job during the World Cup qualifiers. And we all know how it ended. It did not end well. And then after, Augustine Eguavon took on the job as an interim coach and did an excellent job helping Nigeria qualify to the AFCON 2025. So now sekou Chelle becomes the third appointment after the departure of Jose Peseiro. But then the big question is, who is sekou Chelle? Nigerians have been asking. I mean, most people do not know the coach. Probably they have seen him before, but then they don't know his name. So I'm going to take you through a little background of who this coach is and also his previous job. Now, sekou Chelle, or sekou Chelle, he's 47 years of age. He was born in Ivory Coast, but then by citizenship, he's a Malian. His previous job was with the Mali men senior national team. Now, he took on that job in 2022. He played a total of 21 games, won 13 games, 1 draw and lost 3 games. 5 draw and lost 3 games. So a total of 21 games, 13 wins, 5 draws and 3 losses. It's not bad in my own opinion. Now, the only time this coach came into the limelight was at the AFCON 2023. Where in the quarterfinals, Mali played against the host Ivory Coast. The host beat Mali by 2-1. In that game, Mali took the lead, but then they lost that game by 2-1 in extra time. We all know how the AFCON 2023 favored Ivory Coast. It was as if it was their time. No matter how bad they played, they end up winning the game. That was the game where this particular coach, sekou Chelle, water was being poured on his bald head and smoke and flames were coming out. This is the coach that had one of the wildest moments during the AFCON 2023. Now, he is the new coach of the Super Eagles. I don't know how you feel. Nigerians, let me know. Let me know how you feel. Me as a Ghanaian, from someone from a neutral standpoint, I believe he's a decent coach. In fact, I believe he's a better coach than the Ghana coach, Otoado. So for me, Nigeria have a good coach. At least they have a better coach than the Ghana coach, because this is a coach that has experience. This is a coach that has a track record. This is a coach that has performed very well. 21 games, he has won 13, more than half. So to me, he's a good coach and a better coach than the Ghana coach, Otoado. Now, this is the point where I like what the NFF did with his appointment. Now, the NFF appointed coach sekou Chelle for one primary reason: to help Nigeria qualify to the World Cup 2026. Currently, Nigeria's standing in the World Cup qualifier table is really, really bad. But then I want to read to you exactly what the NFF president have to say after appointing the coach. I'm going to read it out very quickly. You can see that on your screen. This is what he said. He says that we are all concerned and we want whoever takes charge of the team to start immediately. Which is why we have a policy that the same coach would manage the Chan Eagles. Now, Chan Eagles are the same as the local base players that form part of the Super Eagles B, the B team. That's made up of only local base players. Yes, in Ghana, yeah, we call them local Black Stars. So in Nigeria, from what I'm reading, they are being called the Chan Eagles. Now, the statement continued to say that so you cannot have the opportunity to manage a team made up of home-based players and at the end of the tournament, come back and tell us that you do not see one or two players who could be injected into the senior national team. And this is coming from Gusau, the NFF president. And I believe that this particular move needs to be copied. This is a strategy Ghana needs to copy. The senior team, the coach of the senior team needs to be the same coach of the local base team. That way, when we identify one or two good local base players, they can be injected into the senior base team. Now, I have been with the view that Ghana, we have coaches for every, under. So under 15, there's a coach. Under 16, there's a coach. If we have different coaches for all, the junior national teams, I mean, it is too much. I just believe that the assistant coaches of the senior teams should be the head coaches of the junior team. So, for instance, the assistant coaches of the Black Stars, the two of them should be the head coaches of maybe the under 23s or probably the under 20s. That way, it's easy to integrate these young players into the senior team. But Ghana, it's not like that. We have different coaches for different, junior national teams. But I like what Nigeria is doing. They have a strategy. They have a plan. As you can hear, that statement says that we have a policy that ensures that the same coach would manage the Chan Eagles. Ghana, we don't have this policy. This is what we need to learn from Nigeria. We are always covering for players outside Ghana whenever there's a tournament. That is why we have good players, but then we don't play as a team. We are always all over the place when we are playing football games. This is the problem with Ghana because the coach is suffering. Different players with different profiles from all over the place. They have not even played the Black Stars. They don't know how the African game is. Nigeria is doing a very good job. Now, the primary job of Eric Sekou is to qualify Nigeria to the World Cup 2026. Is it a doable job? Yes, it is. Because currently, if you take a look at the table, it is Rwanda first, South Africa second, Benin third, Lesotho before Nigeria. Nigeria sits fifth on the table. Rwanda has 7 points, South Africa 7 points, Benin 7 points, Lesotho 5 points, Nigeria has 3 points. So far, Nigeria has played 4 games in the World Cup qualifiers. They have drawn 3, they have played 3 draws, which is the reason why they are where they are. And also they lost 1 game. They lost to Benin. You get my point? So there is a standard that has been set for Eric Sekou because you see, when Nigeria was playing in the AFCON qualifiers, Nigeria met almost all these teams during that journey, and they beat all of them. So this time around, Eric Sekou has no reason not to beat these teams in the second round of the World Cup qualifiers. As simple as that. Because if Nigeria can beat all these teams in AFCON qualifiers, why can't you do that when you're playing World Cup qualifiers? That is why I'm saying that, see, Augustine Eguavon has set a standard for Eric Sekou to follow. There is no reason for him not to beat the likes of South Africa, Rwanda. Rwanda, Nigeria beat them home and away in the AFCON. So you have no reason. You have no reason not to qualify Nigeria to the World Cup. All you have to do is stop the group. And at this point, I think it's doable because if Nigeria can win all their games, that is it. The only team that is going to be a standing block for Nigeria would be South Africa. But then if they're able to go past it, what is stopping Nigeria from topping this group? It is not as bad as it looks. Nigeria can still top this group. All they have to do is win the rest of their games. And I believe the coach can get it done. This is not an impossible job. He can get it done. So guys, this is my own takes on the appointment of the new coach of the Super Eagles. His name is called Eric Sekou. And I hope he does a very good job with the Nigerian, team, because Augustine Eguavon did a very good job as an interim coach. I believe that him taking over, he's going to do an excellent job. And we wish him all the luck, all the best. We wish Nigeria to all the best. As a Ghanaian, I want Nigeria to go to the World Cup. The last time it was between Ghana and Nigeria, and Ghana had to go. But this time around, Ghana has to go, Nigeria has to go. Then we take the banter. You see the banter here? We want to take it to the world stage. Then we show the world that the World Cup is not for Messi and Ronaldo. It's not for the Argentina and the Brazil. So it is also for Africa. We go there and we do a proper banter. You understand? So guys, this is where I end it. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Thanks for joining me. My name is Adam. I'll make sure to see you in the next one. Charlie, we go vibe.